All right, hi. I'm going to make this quick because, as you know, or some of you may know, we're filming tomorrow for this TV series that goes national, I believe, in March. I am the, what do you call it, the production assistant, and then I was the host interviewing homeless veterans. And it's a show to help homeless veterans get their feet back on the ground by successful veterans that are willing to participate. So I'm trying to do a good thing, and I had no idea that I was going to be terrorized every day. I mean, who thought you'd be terrorized over trying to help homeless veterans, right? I mean, I realize that nothing I do matters, so radio yesterday was hell. It was hell. There's a reason why we didn't give a notice. I mean, I didn't give any notice, as you may know, that I was going on radio, and it's because, I mean, I don't know how much I have to do to prove that I'm a targeted individual, but I think there wasn't even a 12-hour notice about this radio show when I was just slammed with the very people I've reported to the police and FBI that were trying to do their usual defamation of character, slander, lies. And this went on until close to 2 in the morning. I screenshot everything. Didn't really get a lot of sleep, and today's a big day for me, but I just want to throw out some names out there because just as I told the police on probably at least 5 occasions now that I don't believe these people are just cyber gang stalkers, kind of freaky people. I believe they're truly capable of hiring people to murder me. I truly believe that their hate goes beyond just, oh, this is a nuisance. I'm a very good judge of character. I've always had kind of a weird gift to sort of, I'm not going to say psychic and all that, but let's just say my grandma wrote a poem about me when I was very young that I had a bizarre, very let's just say I've always been a very perceptive person. And sometimes it's got me in trouble, and sometimes it saved me, and there's a long history of me getting feelings about things, and they happen. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart that I have a very dark feeling that something bad's about to happen to me. And don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Not suicidal at all, not even a little. Not clinically depressed, but if you knew what I'm dealing with on a daily basis, you would believe me that my life's in danger. Now, here's where it gets weird. The police now are agreeing that, hey, you do sound like you need a detective. You need to meet with these people. You need to call this number and deal with this and do that. And I've already given my case to the FBI. They've done duly squat. Doesn't surprise me. I'm going to go in person because if you know who I am, I'm a little too feisty. And they probably won't let me record it, but I've recorded things that I've never gone public with that would blow you away. My friend and one of my biggest witnesses said today, you're too nice for someone that's been through what you've been through. And I've been hearing this even from lawyers for, my God, almost 9 years. If you knew the kind of evidence I could have exposed, but so fearful that I'd be murdered over it, it would blow you away. And I'll never make the mistakes that I've made in really since 2010 to really last year. My mistake, and I'm going to admit it, my mistake is when I would get these gruesome death threats and all these things, I was going to be blown up in the courthouse and all these horrible things I've been through. I was so afraid to prove the kind of people that I knew that was behind the corruption. I was so afraid to tell the truth that I let the bad guys win. I'll never do that again, my friends. I'll never do it. I'm admitting live. That my biggest mistake was that I let the fear factor kick in, and now that they've stolen evidence and deleted, life is so scary right now. They have the ability to go in my emails, and I mean, this is stuff that I've been exposing for 9 years. The only difference is that in 9 years, I never ever have been targeted like I've been targeted now. And please make note of my timeline, please. The situation is this. How do I do this? Miss Powers, I don't know how I see you, but I don't know. I'm not used to I'm so bad with, can you see me? I can see you.
Well, the camera's not
People.
facing you. I see a bunch of trees.
Oh, okay. That's because I've been up all night and I'm in a really ugly yellow pajamas that used to belong to my grandma.
Look at my
And I mean, if you
hair. I
saw them,
got that bed head.
Well, so the latest is that, wait till you hear this. So the latest that
after I did radio and I was terrorized yesterday. They called the police and I offed myself that I'm dead or suicidal. These people are such freaks. The police came out, totally traumatized me, scared me to death, scared my dog to death. I didn't know it was the police because all I could see was a man in dark black pants under the fence. And I put on my camera because I was like, I'm going to catch this live. Someone's about to shoot me. And it turned out to be the police. So I ended up turning off the camera. I wish, the guy was cool and I wish I could have taped the conversation because, unlike other officers.
He admitted
Yeah,
that
but
what they
see,
were
the
doing
problem,
was illegal.
I know, but the problem that I have is when officers are nice, I feel like it's kind of like disrespectful to put without their permission, even though he didn't say his name, it just seemed he's a ex-military cop. He was really, in my opinion, like really super cool. And I didn't have his permission, nor do I think he would have given me his permission. So I kept it. Well, let me put it this way. Johnny has it all. Johnny has it all. I'll have to think about it. But we're going to definitely bring it to the FBI and expose it in one way or another. The thing that's bizarre now is that the Baytown police are being cool with me. And I'm known to not get along with police because, after all, I'm suing them for lots of money. But the thing that at first the Baytown police were not that nice to me. What happened was they're smart enough to put the pieces together. So now they've been patrolling the area. They're keeping the eye for weird activity. They advised us on what cameras to get, game cameras, which we did. They're on the property. They have the whatever you call info light or whatever. They detect warm bodies. We do have a dog, as you know, the German Shepherd on property. But no one should have to live this way. And what people don't want to face is that there are, countless, like I call them silent heroes. I call it a silent epidemic. Any man or woman that can't have a job without people coming and taking their picture, or can't go on a job interview and can't do anything without their pictures being photoshopped. And now the latest, in case you didn't see what I put on my Facebook, I'm being accused of some kind of porno. Someone's accusing me that I put naked pictures everywhere. I don't even know, some really creepy stuff. I can't really figure it out. Now do you see my ugly socks? My battery's about to die, so I got to plug in my phone. But look, it's gotten so out of hand that we keep moving, we keep going into alleged hiding, but nothing works because all my ads they posted on YouTube. They let the whole world know where we're at, and so there's nothing we can do that's really safe anymore, except that I've come to the conclusion, look, when the police are telling you, Amy, I would get out of Texas, then I think I need to listen because I've had at least 10 cops say, I saw your stuff, on the internet, and I agree, like you pissed off someone beyond belief. It could be a dirty cop, I don't know, but you need to get out of Texas. So the only thing I can say is my new goal, no matter what, I'm leaving Texas. I hate them leave the TV show. It's like such a dream come true to help the homeless. I've done it for free for, my God, almost 30 years. It's the first time I have a real job, but my God, my first day at work, they were taking pictures of me, and the man started to take off his pants and ruin my last shot with a homeless veteran. We're going to have to edit that out. And I can't live this way. And my goal really is to go back to Hollywood, but anyone knows how expensive it is. You know how people in the real world won't get involved because they're scared or because they don't want to be targeted or whatever. So I had a lady, I won't mention her name, she's probably watching this, but she has been really cool. She's been helping us. Not like she's not a rich lady, but giving us rides. Well, she's already being targeted. And the neighbors have agreed they're seeing weird stuff, like people riding their bikes that are not known to the neighbors, that don't look like homeless people impersonating or trying to act like they're homeless. We got some really creepy stuff. We've already caught a couple people on the property. The police are aware of it. But these people are claiming that I think sticks are snakes. See all the sticks out here? And, that's a bunch of baloney. I've never, ever been accused of being that crazy that I think a stick is a moving snake. But they're just out to terrorize me. So I'm just going to do whatever I like. The police told me they think it's smart that I'm, videotaping so much. I couldn't believe they were down with it. But I've been told the only reason you're probably alive today is you're really public. And if you were to, God, end up dead or shot to death, it'd be so obvious that someone did this. So I'm going to throw out some names real quick that I'm not joking. If, God forbid, I end up murdered or missing, I'm telling you, I'm not playing right now. I have my reasons to say this. So y'all please listen. Write down the name Russell Bothwell. Please believe when I'm telling you that I believe my life's in danger. Russell Bothwell, write it down. And then Toby Hewitt, who lives in Sacramento, California, who's gotten away with threatening my life and calling me at all hours and threatening Johnny, impersonating police officers and calling 911. I can't tell you how many times 911 has said a lady Toby called. This lady has made it her mission to try to set me up. We believe it's her yesterday that tried to have me arrested on a mental illness arrest. They came out, the Looney Tune police or whatever, and they cleared me, as they almost always do, because at least when they're nice enough and they look at my evidence, they always clear me. There's only been a couple of bad officers that actually beat me and got away with it, and I was forced to shut down my evidence in a controlled setting, and it's supposed to be under investigation by the DA's office and all this blah, 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 and Internal Affairs said, they'd look into it, but I've learned the hard way that when you're caught up in the good old boy system, cops can beat you up for no reason, handcuff you, and take you against your will, and where you're forced to shut down your evidence, which was about 40-something videos proving police brutality. So I'm kind of caught up in like the nice cops, the bad cops. It would be a great movie, hence why they're saying there might be a movie deal on this. But I'm not a cop hater. I want to make it clear. If you're a good officer, like the officers we've had in Baytown, Texas, I have no problem with the Baytown police. I do have problem with HBD, which is Harris County, which is the third largest county in America. And I have been grossly robbed of my rights. I've been raped of everything I've ever had and loved. And the 2019, I'm not going to wake up to every day Johnny and I fighting over Johnny looks at things as, wow, I'm flattered that you're like that public and people like think you're that important, because he has a head injury. He had a brain aneurysm. He's smart, but he's a bit childlike because of his head injury, because of his brain surgery. And he sees things different than a normal adult. And I'm not putting him down. I would have to live with him to know what I'm talking about. He doesn't have an evil bone in his body, but he's childlike. So when you mess with his woman, he's like, well, I'm going to get you. And he says these things in the background that I don't support. And, he's kind of like, the way I describe Johnny is when his mother died, she was the love of his life. She died, death,